elephant. Really for sure, our picture frozen from the life control center. He's still heading away. We're still interested to follow a little bit, but we'll be staying on the road because it's very dangerous. He's really on musth, which it might cause problem if you really want to follow him in a thicket, because once you create sound of pushing trees, it looks like a bigger animal coming in, so he might turn back and charge. As I said earlier on, we will try to keep from the distance. We try to follow him. He's heading south. It looks like he's following, the breeding herd of the breeding herd of elephant that's been in the area. So as I said earlier on, if really for sure he's on musth and the female must be on musth, then all together can meet and mate easily. But if a male is not on musth and female on musth, it doesn't work. They won't mate. It has to be both of them on musth that they can cross together and mate. And the way they communicate, if they're really on musth, the low frequency doesn't work, of grumbling of the stomach doesn't work. It's only that the gland that secrete a substance like an oily thing which is very smelly. It will be it will be always put on the ground. A male is gonna follow the female by that. Even the female, if it's really on musth, it's gonna be coming out. The substance will come out, and also the male is gonna do the same. So they're gonna follow each other, male and the female, and get together along, and then they can mate. And mating is very, very interesting. Very seldom to see, but really take place in big rivers, inside the water holes, dams that we have around in the area. So really for sure is getting mad because of the vehicle in the area. So by this time is a lot more dangerous, as I said earlier on. If you try to come more towards our vehicle, we have to pull out in the area. Otherwise, you might cause a very serious damage to us. We heard from our radio communications, because we also design our communication as an elephant have their own patterns of communicating. It looked like the breeding herd of elephant just ahead from us. He's now tracking the female. Get to mate with the female if he's lucky. So for sure, of course, if two elephants, they're all in musth as a male, they come all together, they cross each other, sometimes it might encourage them to fight, because really for sure, but this time the attitude is not that much good from the elephant. It's really anything that he wants to see, he wants to push it. Sometimes if they're still young, if they become musth, because it can happen, if they're still young and not experienced, if they don't have all the bull like this, they become mad. They try to mate with anything else that they come across. It could be hippo, it could be rhino, it could be buffalo, the teenagers, they would like to do that. But as long as they have an older bull in the area, which is called Askari, they get the command from him. They won't do that. Because what will happen, really for sure, will be instructing the young one and teach them how to behave out in wild. So he is a really old bull like him. He won't like to mate with the giraffe because it's close by here. He knows what he's doing. He's really in track of the female. He's gonna check the female until he gets the female and do the business. We might like to come across with that, but it's very seldom. As long as still around in the area, we'll try to slowly go into the water hole where they might left the breeding hut and see there what all about. It could be one female that is on musth. Then we can let me follow them and see what's gonna happen. But he might get there because it's very slow walking. After an hour and a half, he's on that way. Let's try to go a little bit forward, following behind, not to put a lot of pressure on him, let him do whatever.
Pessoas tentaram,